I want to suck your blood. Hi everybody, it's Alex. I am really excited today because we're going to the spa. I am going to Sadhana Wellness in Jericho, New York. They got in touch with me and they want to give me a vampire facial. So that's the facial that you might remember that Kim Kardashian got, where her whole face was covered in blood. So that's what we're doing today. That's what's gonna happen to my face.
We're gonna first aspirate the poor one away, which is gonna be used on top of your face as a glidant for the microneedling, and the rich one will be injected into your lines.
My face is totally numb. We put some numbing cream on my face after we washed it. Then we took some blood out of my arm. And now the blood is spinning in the machine over there. And then it's gonna get injected into my face. Sounds legitimate, right? That's my blood spinning around.
Feeling anything?
Just like a little pinprick. Nothing intense.
It's tolerable, right?
Yeah.
You feel anything?
Not really. I mean, it just kind of feels like vibrating. Like it's not painful. Like it sounds like it should be. Okay, so we're all done. I'm obviously like red in places and I'm still very frozen. Like it's weird to move my face, but it didn't really hurt. Yeah, so now I'm gonna be kind of red and sunburnt looking for like a day or two, and then kind of like sandpapery as all the little holes heal, but then I'll be a gorgeous, beautiful, brand new face person. Okay, so it's been like 4 hours since the treatment ended, and as you can see, I'm still pretty red. I'm so red. I'm so very red. This isn't the kind of thing that you're gonna wanna go out right afterwards. I'm definitely staying home tonight and I'm gonna binge watch some Netflix. Okay guys, so it's officially 24 hours since I had the procedure done. And as you can see, my forehead is a bit crazy town right now. The rest of my face is totally fine. I have this one little pimple that came out of nowhere. I don't know if that's related, probably. But generally speaking, this is good and this is like crazy. So the good people at Sadhana provided me with these treatments. So the one is a cleanser. I've used that only once. So the repair cream has hyaluronic acid in it. So I used it once yesterday and then again today. The third thing that they gave me is called Restore. So this is a bit more of a moisturizer. So I used this a bunch yesterday, and their suggestions on what to do, they say to, you know, apply it every 2 hours for the first 24 hours. So I tried to keep to that. And then I've been using it again today. The last thing that they gave me is a protection. So this is a tinted SPF. It's kind of cool actually. It like pumps out. And then you just like put it on your skin. So it's like one color fits all, and I don't know if it's exactly me, but the important thing is that you're not really supposed to go out in sunshine right now. So while your face is healing, you need to be wearing hats and having sun protection and wearing SPF. After I use the steps 1, 2, and 3, my face still feels kind of dry. So I've been using this avocado oil just as a moisturizer all over, which has been really soothing and actually made it feel a lot better. So if you don't know what a homeopathic remedy kit is, it's all these little homeopathic vials. And if you go through the book, they tell you, you know, if you're suffering from whatever, to use each of these. It tells you which ones to use. So the one that I used is arnica, which is good for bruising, because they said I would be getting some bruising. And the other one I took because it was for like cuts and wounds, and I figured that that's kind of what I did to myself on purpose. I'm kind of thankful that really only the forehead and a little bit right here is where the worst of it is. And that's because the skin here is really fine and thin, and it's right against the bone. They did a couple of deeper injections of the PRP, which is the blood platelets, into the lines in my forehead to I don't know, make them go away more. So it's Monday morning. I am ready for work. I had to definitely put some makeup on this morning because yeah, didn't want to go to work looking like that. The girl did say that if you have acne, that it can kind of like make it a lot worse. So if you're somebody who has active acne, the vampire facial is not for you. But so I was getting a bunch of weird kind of like whiteheads. So I went back to my regular Rodan & Fields acne regimen for like my eyes and below. And then it did say to use like this product, so the tinted moisturizer. I put it on, it didn't really provide any coverage really. So I went with my regular foundation, which is Arbonne. And so this is good because they actually said to use mineral-based foundation, and this is a mineral-based foundation, so I hope it's not that bad. When I did all my research online about the vampire facial, it seemed like the recovery time was really low. It would be, you know, no downtime really. So this feels like downtime, and if I didn't have to go to work today, I probably wouldn't. It's Tuesday morning and my face is still crazy. Yesterday afternoon, I noticed some super dryness kind of around these areas. And then last night, kind of this section and this section has gotten really dry. It feels like this whole piece of skin just needs to like come off. I talked to the doctor at Sadhana Wellness yesterday, and he said that that was pretty normal, that I should just continue to use the regimen that they gave me, and it would be fine in a couple of days. Okay, so all of this area is super duper dry and like peeling and flaking, and this area is doing that times like 100. So I moisturized, I sunscreened, I primered, I tinted moisturized, and then I foundationed, and then I powdered. So much stuff. This is like 10 times more makeup than I normally wear on a regular day. I'm like a Monet, good from far, but far from good. It's Wednesday morning, I'm getting ready for work again, and thankfully, this is mostly cleared up. All the peeling from yesterday is pretty much done. There's still like a little bit on the, you know, outskirts of the forehead, but like everything else seems to be well moisturized because I've been moisturizing like crazy. I also did a lot of exfoliating and picking, which maybe I shouldn't have been doing, but when there's something on your face to pick, you pick it. What I've been noticing is that having this happen on my face has kicked up a lot of emotional dirt. And by that I mean, I'm super self-conscious about it. I'm thinking about it all the time. I'm wondering if it's showing. I'm wondering if when I'm talking to people, people are looking at it. I spent a lot of years with acne and eczema, and I hadn't realized, but for the last like 6 months, I haven't had a single breakout. I didn't really realize how great that actually is until now, because now that I have this to deal with, which thankfully today should be pretty easy to cover up, I didn't realize how great it is not to have to think about the state of my skin. Check the links below. I'm gonna share the products that I've been using. I've used so many different products. I've used all natural and I've used super chemical, and so this falls somewhere in between, but it actually works. Okay guys, it's Thursday morning. This is the first day this week that I feel like my face actually looks kind of normal. I'm still waiting for the amazing, fantastic baby skin that I'm, you know, expecting to get out of this process to come through. So, maybe tomorrow. It's Friday morning, and today is the first day where I feel like I can go to work without a ton of face makeup on. Generally what's been happening is that as soon as I put the face makeup on, I realize that my face is still peeling like crazy. So today I just moisturized using the Sadhana Wellness treatment kit, and that's it. A little bit of eye makeup, I'm done. Still waiting for the fabulous, amazing transformation that I'm supposed to see from this. Like, what was the point of this facial? My face kind of looks the same as it did before. So I'm gonna reserve my final judgment for when this actually feels healed. It has officially been 10 days since I had the famous vampire facial. So I want to share my final results. Full disclosure, I got this treatment for free. This treatment normally costs upwards of the hundreds of dollars. I don't know exactly how much. I've seen different prices online, but it is a costly procedure. The people at Sadhna were amazing. They were really nice, super professional. Everything about the experience with Sadhna itself was great. The facility is brand new, it's very clean. They were very clean in what they were doing. I was kind of nervous about getting a bunch of needles stabbed into my face. The esthetician, the doctors, they answered all of my questions. They actually called and checked up on me to make sure how my healing was going. It was really easy to get to. I thought it was gonna be a disaster, but it was actually really, really easy. It's right off the highway. The vampire facial itself, I'm a little bit on the fence about how I feel about it. Obviously, the recovery time was a lot longer than I expected it to be, and a lot more intense than I expected it to be. If I had just had the facial and then could have taken a whole week off of life and just sat home, then maybe I wouldn't have cared so much. But because I had to cover it up every day and go out into the real world, I did not enjoy the recovery time. And I'm told that my recovery time was a little bit worse than normal because they did so much extra on my forehead. That's why it took so long, but I still had a lot of the peeling and the discoloration on the rest of my skin as well. So just think about that if you're considering this. You know, you're gonna have to recover for a couple of days. If I wanted to be hypercritical about the 2 lines on my forehead, I could say that those do seem a little bit less intense than they were before. But generally speaking, my skin kind of feels the same. I don't know if it was all worth it. Somebody said I had to take 2 or 3 more of these treatments to actually see the results. I'd say no thank you. I'm pretty happy with my face the way it is, and wasn't really unhappy with my face before I had the procedure. I just thought it would be fun and cool and something that I could share with you guys, you know? And it was something I could share with you guys. If you want to see more spa-related stuff, let me know in the comments below. If you've had a vampire facial and have your own results that you want to share, definitely let me know. I want to hear how everybody else fared with this procedure. I hope that this was helpful to you. I hope that it was helpful for you in making a decision about getting a vampire facial. I hope that you realize that you're beautiful inside and out, whether you've had a vampire facial or not. You don't need to do anything to be beautiful. You just are beautiful, no matter what. And I love you. See you next time.